good evening, and welcome everybody. This is Let's Just Talk with Kim, and of course, I am Kim. Hello, hello, hello. I'm glad to have you with me this evening. I have an exciting show with two phenomenal men, and yes, every one of my guests are phenomenal, excellent, greatness. They're powerful. You know what I'm saying? So you'll hear me say that all the time because I bring the number one show to my show. Okay. So tonight we are going to, don't let me forget for the love of God. Don't forget to hit like, okay? Don't forget to hit share. Don't forget to do all the things so that all the people can hear about Let's Just Talk with Kim on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, tonight's show is going to be all about men's fitness and wellness and fitness. We're going to talk about health and wellness for men, okay? That is a quiet kept secret. And I'm going to say why it's a quiet kept secret because you men don't want to talk about it. But I got two men here that do want to talk and bring men, have men more informed about their health. So I'm going to start with Mr. Dana Ford. If you could go ahead and give us a little something, something about who you are and why you're here.
Well, okay. All right, Kim, and I forgot your name that fast, bro. Marcus, excuse me. How you
Yes,
doing?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. And
Good
first, let me.
evening.
Oh, good evening. Sorry. Yeah, I was very busy. We had our first iGroup meeting this morning, which was called Men's Health and Fitness. And now we have to include wellness because we do cover a number of topics. For instance, like wellness, we include mental illness. We talked about depression, anxiety, and my first question was the difference, anxiety and depression, one or the other. And I was pleased to recognize we had a social worker in our group, which I didn't know, and he chimed in and informed. It was very informative, and I learned quite a bit about the differences in the two. you know, because
Mm.
he actually said that anxiety is a good thing. Like that anxiety that Marcus and you were having. Y'all got it together, right?
Yeah. Took a minute, but we got it. We got it.
Yeah. So it can be a good thing, long as it doesn't dwell. It's one thing I learned also. That so a passion of mine is men's health and fitness. I'll start off with a little bit of my history. And Kim, you can stop me when I get winded, when I get talking too
Okay.
much, because I tend to do that. So, 67 years old, born and raised Washington, D.C., Virginia area. What was that? What's that?
My little
Oh, I
sand
got you.
timer.
Okay. All right. I'm with you.
That's
I'm
all you
with you.
gotta do is tell me.
Yeah, right. So between I played football at Delaware State. I'm a legend now, because I'm old. We don't call them alumni anymore. We're legends.
Okay, okay.
And Delaware State, USNavy corpsman, which I was a corpsman and surgical tech in the Navy, and I've been doing that since December last year. I'm retired surgical tech down Jefferson. So and worked in the trauma unit down there in an operating room.
Hmm,
A lot of fun, a lot of stress too. So I was really
sure.
glad to be retired. Let me tell you, between the gun violence and COVID, I'm right where I need to be, right here. And so I'll speak on that a little bit further. The post traumatic things of what's going on with COVID and the city, living in this city. I mean, it's can be quite it's stressful in itself, because even if you're not like in one of those areas of doing those jobs, just thinking about it can actually bring on depression and stuff like
Or
that.
just being black in America.
He mentioned that too today. It's funny because you
Yep,
think about
black
it,
in
even if you,
America.
there you
Absolutely.
go. Yeah, and it was interesting because I told him the way I deal with it is through my training. I'm certified kettlebell trainer, and so what I do in the mornings, prayer and train. prayer and train, pray and train together, you know. And he called that one of my coping mechanisms. So,
Hmm.
you know, because I imagine if I didn't do that, it probably would have been, I probably wouldn't have made it 66 and a half years on that job. So,
Go ahead,
but,
say it again, because you don't look nothing like it. 66.
oh,
Come on. Come on.
actually, I'm 67. I'll be 68 in October.
Oh,
And
wow. Look at there.
yeah, yeah,
Now you
but
just showed your age. You forgot your
yeah,
age.
yeah. Oh, I forget. Yeah, that mental acuity thing, man. You know, that's you know. But I'm reading and I'm studying up. I'm studying for my certification for physical trainer. So
Oh,
that's keeping
wow.
my mind busy. Yeah, you know, the National Association of Sports Medicine. It's a little because I ain't studied nothing in a long time, Marcus. I know you. It's been a while, so I'm actually, you know, I had a textbook open and I had the, you know, my pad because it's all online and stuff like that. But when you get a certain age, you know, you got it. You got certain things you have to do. So this morning, man, we talked about, you know, prostate cancer. I had a demonstration of exercises. We went into, you know, nutrition, just very little bit because I always tell everybody I'm the bro science guy. Thank God we had a doctor, you know. So you know, so my facts is it can be a little askew, but I do like we always say, you know, refer to your physician before you do anything else. So
Hmm.
when you can hear what I say, but refer to your physician before
Right,
I,
right.
you know, try to do anything
Well,
else.
Absolutely.
Dana, I'm going to pause you right there because we're going to
Yes,
get into
ma'am.
all the good stuff. And I want my brother, cousin, brother to
Brother, all the
tell her,
same.
yes, and no, he is literally my cousin, but he's
Uh-huh.
also my brother.
My
We
brother.
were raised as brother and sister,
Gotcha.
along with my other two brothers. So go ahead,
Yeah.
Mark, tell the people about who you are and why you're here today.
Well, first of all, how you gonna bring me in behind this man or what he just said? Yeah,
I didn't know he was going to say all that. I didn't know.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't
Um,
know.
but me myself, you know, Marcus Dingle. My name, no, yeah. My cousin Kim came on the show. Came primarily to talk about prostate cancer, but
Hmm.
you know, Mr. Dana, you know, he chimed some bells in my head when you're talking about men's health growing up. And you said you're 60,
7.
67. I'm 53. I think I look good, but
You look good.
I
Yeah.
need to get this thing together so I can look as good as you when I get to
Oh,
67.
bless your heart, brother. I
That's what we're
appreciate
gonna
you
work
saying
on.
that. Yeah.
Um, Married for almost 9 years.
All
Beautiful
right. All
wife.
right.
One
Mm-hmm.
extended. Got one grandchild. You know,
Hmm.
3 kids by natural. One stepdaughter. That's my daughter. So I got 4 kids.
Hmm.
Um, you know, this kind of new to me being on a little live thing, little TV and
Yeah.
everything.
Me too.
But
So.
like I said, my primary function was to come here and speak to people and share my story, and hopefully somebody listens. Somebody, you know, y'all check this out and be aware of the things that us as black men, especially, we need to be conscious of our health. Need to be conscious of how we take care of ourselves, and don't wait till the last minute. You know,
Mhm.
working out, which I used to do often back in the day when I
Mhm.
was young. You missing those 30, 40, you know, that age where you just come complacent. Those are the times that I believe that you should even go harder. So when you reach later 40s, 50, and hopefully beyond, that you're healthy, and it's not just the working out, the eating aspect, things you put in your body. I am not, and I'm a so-called chef and everything. I cook all kind of food,
I
you
love
know,
it.
but I am not of avid on anybody's particular nutrition. What you feel as though is good for you is good for you, but
Mhm.
it's repetition. What you put in, like if you eat beef every day, I definitely believe
Right.
it's not good for you.
Not good
You
for you.
know, um, it's a mixture, it's a balance. Things that you can do to put into your body. Uh, it's just you got to be aware and conscious. And what you piggyback on what you were saying, go to the doctors.
Yes.
You know, even if you went to natural health, go to the doctors.
Hmm.
Those are the
Yep.
ones that are going to check your blood levels. You're not checking your blood levels at home. Check your blood levels, see what's going on. They're going to tell you your cholesterol too high. You know, you got something
Yeah.
going on in your veins. You know, you got a clot. Some those are the people who's going to tell you what's going on with you, and you have to, you know, you got to pay attention to yourself. I have so many friends that, "Oh, I'm not going to the doctors," because they're going off of our history of I know what happened to us back in the day.
Yeah.
I know what happened to us back in the day.
Them,
You know, the
them
Tuskegee
just
experiment and all that. I
just gonna say
know
it.
where it came from. I understand it. We have people on our side now. And if you don't think they're on the side, get a second, third, fourth opinion.
Hmm.
But the thing is, you have to do your due diligence.
Yeah.
You worry about yourself. You want to be around here for yourself, or you want to be around here for your family.
Hmm.
You have to do your due diligence to find out what's going on with you. So it's a twofold: personal aspect, work out, eat healthy. Other aspect, do you want to be around for your family?
Hmm.
So go to the doctors, get your opinion. If you don't like what they say, go to somebody else. If you into
Hmm.
natural and holistic, that's fine. But also, you still need to know what's going on internally with you
Hmm.
to find out, you know, what's what. This is not a psychological thing that you can just go off the mind and say, I'm okay. I feel healthy.
Right.
Yeah. Well, people, Jackie Joyner felt healthy. She was one of the healthiest people in the world
That's
and
right.
killed over. I still don't know what's what. I want to know, you know. But you don't, if you don't check and see what's going on with you every day, things pop up on you. You know, I
Right.
ain't want to be morbid, but I done had so many people
Be
die
more.
this year, and this year just started. We're
Hmm.
at March, what is this? Third, fourth, or something right now?
Fourth.
Fourth.
Hmm.
I done had several people close to me pass away.
Hmm.
3 of them could have been prevented by
Hmm.
going to the doctor.
Yeah.
I had one of my homies knowing that he had a problem and
Uh,
just thinking, oh, I'm gonna drink this and take this. He needed surgery. Didn't want to go to the doctor.
yeah.
We as people, and especially, and it really, Kim, no offense, I want y'all women to take care of yourself, but y'all go to the doctors way more than we do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know
This is the
why
thing
that.
that this is the thing that y'all do.
Right.
Yeah.
Most women, we take care of ourselves. Most women, not all. Most women, we are habitual when it comes to following up with the doctor, making sure we have an appointments. And a lot
Hmm.
of times for men's health, we're the foundation of that because we're scheduling your appointments. We're making
Hmm.
sure you go to the doctors. We're doing the things that we need to do because of our love for men, our men in
Hmm.
our family to make sure that they get it together. But then especially as a mother. So, like for me, I have a son. He's now 29 years old. But growing up, I stayed on top of all of his appointments. I was making the
Hmm.
appointments for him. He
Hmm.
wasn't making any appointments on his own. So, once he got older, had his own insurance, those appointments started slacking up. And even when he got to that transitional age, like, you only can keep your kids under your insurance for so long. So I think it was like 21, 22
That's
is it goes I
27.
think it goes around, huh?
27 with Obamacare. I don't know. Yeah.
Really?
Just
You sure about that?
yes.
I don't think it.
Unless
Well, my son's insurance cut off way before that.
okay. Yeah.
Well, I know
Yeah.
mine was helped my son over because he went to college.
Right. That could have probably been
They
out. My
kicked
son
it in
came
Yeah.
out of
longer than
college.
college. If not, he would have been cut off at, I think, 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
But
21 he would have been cut off.
Obamacare specifically did reach that age of 27.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
that might have been rescinded, but Obamacare took it to 27, whereas you could carry your children on. And that's a fact that I know. I mean, if
Right.
Oh,
anybody else that
good.
have children under 27, they can still
Hmm.
carry them. Thank God for Obama, right?
Right, right. Affordable care.
Yeah.
The Affordable Care
Hmm.
Act is powerful in so many different ways that people
Yeah.
don't even understand.
Hmm.
But
I
that's a
know.
blessing because I know kids, they don't come out with the great jobs
Mm-mm.
with the great health benefits, and they need that
Right.
support from their parents for
Right.
as long as they can get it. So having it up to 27 is such a blessing. I'm glad to even know that now,
Hmm.
because they need coverage, because otherwise
Yeah.
they won't keep up with their appointments. And I think
Hmm.
that's where a lot of it comes into too, is that transitional period when you're first under your parents and then you step out on your own. you don't
Right.
you don't take those initiatives to make those appointments.
Hmm. Yeah.
Right.
So
So
it's
then,
interesting. Oh, I'm sorry.
go
Go
ahead. No, I
ahead,
was
Jen.
going to ask you. Go ahead, Dana.
I was when you said how you took care of, your sons and, your husband, whatever appointments and stuff. I
No
just
husband. I'm
recognize.
single. Just making
Okay.
make that. No husband.
Okay.
I'm on the market.
So, so and I subscribe to the men's health network, right?
Hmm.
Government organization, and this week's newsletter came up, and it was health facts for men and those who love them. And as soon
Right.
as you said that, I start thinking about it, because the truth be told, as I said this morning, we are in fact, if I might if I might share one thing before, and then
Hmm.
one of our scriptures is 1 Corinthians 6:19 and 20, where you are not your own, that your body is your temple. Now, whatever religion you are, I don't know what yours is, Marcus, but there is some reference to our bodies being temples of the Holy Spirit, temples of God. So it's a good stewardship that we take care of ourselves, and you
Hmm.
women to take care of us also. Because truth be told,
Wait, what you say to take care of us also?
yeah, I was just throwing that over to you because,
Nothing goes by. Nothing goes by.
So that being said, I just remembered, that the thought that you said. I wanted to chime in on that. So,
Yeah, yeah, because I think it's
mhm,
so important, that we as women also put some of it, and I think that's part of it. We're the nurturers. We're the ones that's making
right.
sure that things are, when it comes to physically, everyone is physically fit. Everyone gets it
Hmm.
with their appointments. Everyone is fed. All of those physical nurturing things and the emotional support. But we also need to be, especially with our men, I believe we need to raise our boys up with some of that nurturing skill, not to
Hmm.
be over compassionate, but enough to care about themselves to stay on top of their health, because
Hmm.
it isn't even an age thing. It's just a health
No,
thing.
right.
It's men, young men are dying of the same things that old men are dying. And
Hmm.
old young men, young women are having what they call old people diseases because we're not caring for ourselves the way we should. Like, and now the older generation, like yourself, Dana, you're physically fit. Look, I got all this going on right now, just right now, just right now. But you can see from here up that you're a physically fit man. My cousin, we come from the same stock. Okay. So we need to get on board with the being more physical health conscious, physically fit conscious, just so that
Hmm.
we can have a long prosperous life. Because when you mentioned about our temples are not our own, we don't want a rundown temple. We want to
No,
be able to have a physical
God
body
doesn't
that
either.
can last, exactly, that can last a long haul. We don't want to get out of breath just because we went up one flight of steps. We don't want to go from one part of the house to another and have to sit
Hmm.
down and take a rest. So it's just so important. And I know with your group, you guys are talking about exercise and other health benefits. So
Hmm.
could you share some of that?
Well, can
Yeah.
I interject for
Oh,
1 second, please?
yeah,
Oh,
absolutely,
absolutely.
absolutely. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's your cousin.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Dana, listen. I wanted to piggyback what you said. Asking me. I'm Muslim,
Uh-huh.
but if that will help to reach out to other people, us sharing, you can be different religions. You can be whatever you want to be. The thing is, Pay attention of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we as a people, period, we come together no matter what background you got, where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about your health, your well-being. What do you need to do in life? It doesn't make a difference where you come from. That you
Mm-hmm.
know, you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I want, that's why I was came in here to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There was a point because I was getting ready to go somewhere with a topic, but it's in my head. Because
Yeah.
yeah, seriously, and I need you. That's what we need more black men to be on the side of other black men.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You need that support.
Mm-hmm.
People they shun away from it. I'm strong on my own. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not always strong on your own. You need somebody to back you up. Because like I said a minute ago, I was having an emotional thing. You just laughing, like put me in aspect, like I know where you coming from, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm thinking
So,
about prostate cancer because that's what
mm-hmm.
I got.
Mm-hmm.
But to some people, it's a small thing. But I just had, um, I call her my mom. Um, I don't want to say no names on here, but you know who I'm talking about. One of my best friends. His his mom. Her husband just passed 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Stage 4 prostate cancer. And see, that's what I worry about me because cancer is so prevalent in our family.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now with me, they say they caught it early. 4.9 PSA,
Okay.
which is low typically. Thank God to my doctor, Dr. Biddy. He paid attention, told her my history. We always check my levels, see what's going on. He said, your levels is low, but it kind of jumped up. Why did it jump up? He sent me for my test. We still got time. I'll talk about that. But he sent me for my test, and my test results showed that even though my PSA level was low,
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's called Glenn something, those was high. They take 12 clippings out of you from your prostate. 7 out of 12 of them was dominated with cancer, and my levels was between 6 and 8. 6 being low, 8 being high, 7 in the middle. 4 of them was 8.
Mm-hmm.
They still like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, why is it like that? Well, like I said, I'm doing my due diligence. We found trying to figure out what's going on, scheduling my appointment.
Mm-hmm. I
You
think we.
froze, Mark.
So aggressive with my doctor, talk to him, tell him what's going on, give him my family history, tell him about me and everything that's going on. He might have passed over it, saying, "Oh, 4.9, that's
Mm-hmm.
low. You can go ahead about your business."
Yeah.
You have to share these things with your doctor. You have to tell them your history, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to check on it yourself. Even though you get the test, they
Right.
know what's going on.
Oh.
To pick,
Okay.
oh, we blinked out for a second.
That's all right. That's all right,
They're
bro.
not able to pick up on things if you don't do your due diligence. That's
Yes.
Absolutely.
what I'm saying for
Right.
the short of it.
Right. So,
You
yeah.
have to check on yourself even when
Mm-hmm.
the doctor give you results because they tell you something you don't like and you don't hear and you know yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
share with them or you tell them like, no,
Mm-hmm.
this is not right. And
Yeah.
I've been through that a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I was almost taken out of here close to 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we can talk about that too.
Well,
But
it's
let go ahead.
interesting. Yeah, because we could spend this all
Man,
of Kim's time talking about prostate
yes,
and
we
prostate
could.
cancer and black men. We could spend this whole time talking about it. And one of the things that you just mentioned, oh my God, brother, our first 15 minutes of, well, maybe not 15, 15, we talked about going to the doctor, but the same thing you talked about, going in there with an intent. And by that, I tell them, take notes, go in with questions. What
Yes.
is a PSA? The prosthetic. what they call it, because I forget and I got my notes, is prostate specific antigen, you know. And a lot of brothers don't even know what that means, but how important it is to know what your PSA is. Now, what I did this morning, I won't do it now because I would have to go into my pad. I actually brought up my lab works and showed them my PSA since 2014, and how well, because I'm older
Hmm.
and things like that, it will elevate. Nothing like yours, you know. You already understand what, you know, that what's going
Right.
on with you, you know, and you seeking help for that, and that's good news. But a urologist once told me, he used to lock her right next to mine down Joe. He said, "Man, the more years that God gives you, the least likely that you ought to be to keep your prostate, if
Mm.
that makes sense to you."
Yep.
Because
Yep.
let me just quote this statistic: the average man, if you live to be 80, Marcus,
I knew you was
you
gonna
have,
say 80.
yeah, if you live to be 80, say, or at 85, you have a 90%, and you already know that you have some form of it. But most other people who don't know have a 90% chance of getting having some form of prostate, either cancer or prostate inflammation and stuff like that. I just went to the nephrologist this week, and we sat down for a whole 30 minutes talking about all that. And last month I went to the urologist because, you know, like I said, I retired and things were changing. Now we need
Right.
that space, you know, to talk about them things. So, like you just said, take notes. You're responsible for that. Go in there and don't leave the office till you're satisfied with whatever his answer is going to be, right? You
Yes.
know, you know, why do I get up four times to go to the bathroom? You
Hmm.
know, why am I, you know, all of a sudden, excuse me, we in mixed company now, why I don't do what I do like I used to, if you know what I mean. You know, hey, look, those are honest questions brothers need
They
to
are.
ask.
They are. I
Yeah.
don't mean to
Yeah.
You
laugh.
know,
I didn't
no,
laugh
that's
at the
fine.
situation. I laughed at
I
the way
know.
you phrased it.
Right, right.
Well,
You
he's
know, I
he's
mean,
correct. Thank
Yeah.
God at this point, everything
Hmm.
good. but
yeah.
It could
we
change any
but that
day.
that's an honest discussion, because when you go through this transition and you're thinking about the things that might occur, you know, those things will be on your head. But at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. You have to worry
Hmm.
about that later on. And, you know, God willing, you know, things will be okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what's more important to you, that or you being around here?
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
the first thing I thought about, I have one grandchild. I want to see him graduate high school. I
Yeah.
want to see him graduate college. You know, whether he be an independent worker, whatever he want to do. You know, hopefully later on I have more grandchildren, but right now I got one. I said I want to see him get older.
Yeah.
So that's more important than the secondary. Now the secondary, that's a personal of nature, and we'll handle that. But
What are you married, Marcus?
huh?
You married, right?
Yes, I'm married.
But the female in your life, and she deserves all of you. So there's nothing wrong
Exactly.
with you going to your doctor and telling them I'm having issues with that. There's
Right.
Right.
nothing wrong with it, and we all need to do that if you see changes. And you know, it's ain't nothing wrong with a brother, because we ain't got them safe spaces to talk about it. You know, but
Right.
you know, we need
Exactly.
to make them. We need to make them, create them. And I'll take this time too next Saturday. If you ain't busy, 9 o'clock, come on over to D2I and come to our men's health group. You know, it's you know, we have prayer, but you know, it's after that we get into men's health issues and stuff like that. So I invite you to come. I'd
Things we
love to
should
have you.
do on a
Yeah,
regular.
you know, right. And then we have you know, we'll be doing fitness tips. You know, I bring kettlebells, barbells in and stuff like that, and that's only for 15 minutes because we had a brother there today. I didn't realize had a hernia repair. So I was wondering why he wasn't getting involved, and he said, "Well, I had this hernia and the hernia mesh." Okay, so this you don't do that. So
Right.
you know, So yeah, I mean, I'll take this time to invite you if you got a minute. Pop over. It's informal, and and I think you would. We share a lot of our health issues, like you just did, and I'm telling you
Right.
what. You would a lot of brothers could benefit from what you just shared. Really.
Listen, I always thought that I was healthy because back in the day, I
Hmm.
ran track, played football, did all that,
Yeah.
worked out
Same
all the
here.
time and everything.
Yeah.
Then you got older and you got complacent.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wound up having a umbilical hernia,
Hmm.
had a hiatal hernia,
Anal hernia. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
the hiatal hernia had complications, and me and Kim talked about that. Whereas though I had complications, my stomach was actually turning around.
Right. Right.
It took them over a year to figure out. I went to the doctor and I told them, I took my folder, my medical papers. I said, I am not leaving here until y'all tell me what's wrong with me. Because
Hmm.
I've been there several times. It took them over a year to find out what was going on with me. They thought it was
Hmm.
acid reflux and all that. My stomach was actually turning around. That's what I
Right.
mentioned earlier, that could have took me out of here.
Right. It could have. It is, and at the very least, it would have got you in the operating room because those hernias and the bowel cuts in through that fascia right there. It
Yes.
exsanguinates it, and it doesn't get any blood. And now the doctor got to go in and cut that portion out. So the
Yep.
good news is you got them to listen to you, and you got that taken care of now. Because we don't think about uh, hernias as being that serious, but they are. And it just occurred
Hmm.
to me, I could have a talk on hernias. Let me write that down.
Yeah.
I'm
But
serious.
you know what? I also want to not just invite my cousin to the iGroup for men's health. I want to invite everyone. So
Hmm.
if you are watching as a man and you want to really become more informed and knowing about your health, what to do, and be around positive brothers who are all of the same mind of being
Hmm.
healthy and knowing their numbers and knowing what it means, I invite you to Dana's iGroup. You
Yes.
could go to d2ic.org and you'll see there where it says something about iGroups, and you can be able to join his group. I'll put a link
Hmm.
in actually, I think I did, but if I didn't, it'll be a link so that you can click it. I don't know if a group will be still open when you watch this, but give it a try. You never know. And if you
We'll
need
make it
to
open.
hit me up, I got an insider. I got an inside connection to get
That's
you in
right.
that group. It's a
Make.
short group, it's 8 weeks, but no
Uh-huh.
matter where you come in, you're going to get the information that you need.
Right.
So regardless of when you want to get it in, you want to get in.
Hmm.
So I invite everyone. It says 6600 Anderson Street. Yeah, Street in Philadelphia. That's in the
Yeah.
East Mount Airy section.
6610.
6610.
Yeah.
6610 Anderson. But you, like I said, you can go on our website, www.d, the letter D,
Hmm.
number two, I like in ice cream, C like in church.org, and you can find out everything you want to know about Dare to Imagine. It's
Hmm.
definitely a positive atmosphere, and it's somewhere you want to go to learn and to improve your life. So I just want to put that plug in there, Dana. We talked about it, and I definitely want to be about it
Yeah.
because men's health is very important. The men in our family, I care for all of them. I love them all no differently. My cousin,
Hmm.
when I say he's my cousin brother, I mean that wholeheartedly. He is my cousin brother. We hung out all the time when we was a
Cousin brother.
kid. So,
Yeah.
but
We're not going to share none of
and
those stories right now.
no, we're going no. I was thinking about an after hour show where on Patreon, maybe that's where those stories will go, but they
Right,
not
right,
for the
right.
public.
Yeah. No. 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 They're not for.
They not
So
for the public.
Marcus, I look forward to see if you can't make it if you can't make it this Saturday, then next Saturday, whatever. Just pop your head in. We're gonna have guests.
Listen, the
Uh huh.
thing is, I'm working towards, you know, you can't always live in the past. You got to put
Right.
the
Right.
positive in the future. So reaching out to people that are a positive nature,
Hmm.
and especially men, strong black men, older, you're never too old to learn.
No.
So
Mm-hmm.
No.
reaching out
That's
to
right.
somebody that has more wisdom or education on something, I'm always about. I'm
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
about.
So
And that's
please.
what we need to put in our future.
Mhm.
You know, everybody needs to connect with somebody who is going to uplift you, bring you to more greatness. You know,
Mhm.
it doesn't make a difference what religion you are, what
Right.
ethnicity you are. Did I say
Right,
that right?
right though. Yes, you
But
did.
you just you need to connect with people who are going to bring you to more greatness, more power.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
like I said, we're talking about health at this particular time, but it goes beyond that. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Everything that's going to put you in a better light, period.
Mhm. Yeah. So, I don't know, Kim, what you got planned moving forward, but I did want to bring up one of the CDC
No, go ahead.
statistics.
You see,
Yeah,
I'm not
and
really talking too much. Go ahead, man.
you see,
Man of
I
God.
can't do it. But what it says, this is the mortality rate, mortality by sex and race. And and the good news is Americans are living longer. Did you know that? Did you know that? Right? Americans are living longer. The life
I think you
expectancy.
clicked off. We didn't hear it.
The Can you hear me now?
Yeah. He said
Uh,
Americans are
Yes.
living longer. That's
Repeat
what you
what
said,
you
right?
okay. Okay. As a
I
the
thought you gave
people in
some
the
CDC facts.
I did, and it is actually a America. The life expectancy at birth in the U.S. population now has risen to 78.8. Okay.
Mm.
Now, what they did was they broke these down into sex and race. And this is going to blow your mind. And this is the thing that part of my, if you will, ministry, part of the passion that I have for men's health, particularly, like you said, Marcus, black men. We need to know this. In these mortality broken down between females, males, non black, Asians, and everything, guess who could last? I'll just tell you, you don't need to guess. Black men. We're dying earlier, faster, and earlier and faster is kind of the same thing, but we're dying earlier than every ethnic group and every gender, you know. And why is that? Well, if I knew the answer to that, I would be king. But, you know, and they break it down into populations in 2020. I'm already over that life expectancy for a black man is what's that number that just breaks my heart? 63 point something. Now,
Mm.
that's a statistic by the CDC. I don't know how, you know, whatever it is. I think, but the bottom line is black men are lagging in life expectancy. And it's all it, and I have statistics since 2014, since I've been, you know, following this, and we've been lagging ever since, you know. And there's a lot of reasons. The health factors we're talking about, the you talk about prostate cancer, we get it more, you know, we're more likely to die from it than all of
Mm.
our counterparts.
Counterparts.
Yeah. Uh, Not just that, diabetes, you know, all of the mortalities and morbidities in, you know, excuse me, mortalities, you know, we suffer from pretty much all, you know, every one of them. Here's black men, you know, and the black ladies seem to be they gaining on us with heart disease now, which we just I think it was last month that wasn't that heart disease month or whatever it was, you know, but
February, yeah. Mm.
yeah, right, it was February. So you know, and heart disease. So that's something to take into account of. You know how we need to really improve that number. Only God can make a day. We get that, you know.
Well,
But
let
the
me ask you,
things we
like,
can do.
what do you feel as though, like, why is that? Why are
I,
we the ones that are lacking? Why are we behind?
I got my opinion, so I'll just give that to you. Okay.
Yeah, that's
First
what
of
I'm
all,
asking.
for the
I have
very
my opinion
reasons
also, but I'm asking you.
for the very reasons that we're talking about now, we don't go to physician and we find out about diseases when it's too late. We don't go to the doctor and we find out about diseases in the emergency room. And emergency room is not health care. That's emergency care. Two different things.
Exactly.
Okay. Right. We are not taught or brought up to think about our health as our women are, and maybe that's physiological too, because okay, how do I? They have, they dealt with their periods when they were young, and their mamas took them to the doctor to deal with their,
Yes.
excuse my vulgar term, their boxes. I mean, do I need a? Okay, I can go move on from that, right? They had to
We
deal with those things as as a kid, and look at what great the advances they're doing in breast cancer, because these, the women are now learning how to self-examine. Testicular cancer, you know, that's the one thing that we don't lead in. That's mostly young Asians and white brothers that get that. But that's a
Yep.
simple exam, you know, that you can do. So I think that's it. The reason why prostate cancer, you know what the digital exam is. I don't have to tell you that, right? Of course you do.
Violation, violation, violation. All right.
Hey, women don't even know, right? They don't
Yo,
know.
and
Y'all
if you
don't
don't have
even
a
know.
doctor with a
Y'all
bedside
just
manner,
doing it. Excuse me, sir. You said we've been doing it since we were kids. Y'all don't
Yeah,
even know. Y'all don't
yeah.
even know.
listen, not to share too much, but my wife just went to the doctor
Sure, bro.
yesterday and
Yeah.
had a mammogram. And
Uh-huh.
I asked her, like, you know, I, did it hurt you? How did it feel and everything?
Uh-huh.
And she, which I did not know, the size of your breast matters.
Yeah. Of
How they
course.
squeeze it. Ooh,
The
it's
machine.
2023. Y'all
Yeah.
didn't come up with something
Barbaric.
better to do this exam.
Barbaric.
You see your cousin's
Barbaric.
face change over there. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah, I've
Okay.
seen the machine. Of course, I've never been in the room, but I've seen how they take those X-rays and they, but hey, it's helping. As barbaric as it
It
might be.
is, but even in that same entity, we're still, as Black women, Black
Hmm.
people in general, we are the lowest. And to answer
Right.
the question,
Yeah.
really statistically, is because of poverty and the lack of insurance. We
Right.
normally
Right.
don't have the jobs that gives us the insurance that we
Yeah.
need to ensure that we get our care together.
Hmm.
And if you think about this, the young people in our family, Mark, how many of those that have jobs but don't have health care?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. But
And
I
that's
think
why I
it's
take a
something.
look all the time that
Yeah.
I've been blessed, been able to have good jobs. So I had, fairly decent
Hmm.
health insurance. I listen. One time when I had insurance, I was able to go to the chiropractor and work on me and get that back
Oh.
pain out and everything,
Mm.
And
You
I
make me
even
want to go
had to
now.
have a referral, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Healthcare definitely plays a part in it.
Yeah.
Healthcare definitely plays a part
Yeah.
because you should be able to go to the doctors to get anything resolved without
Hmm.
any question. Why do
Right.
I have to go to the doctors and say, well, we can't see you until this approval comes through and that
Yeah.
next thing you
Referrals.
know,
Yeah.
you're dead
Right. Uh-huh.
before you comes through, you
Yeah.
know? But I've been blessed, had good jobs, so I had good
Hmm.
insurance, been able to go and get checked out. And I take full advantage of it. I
Hmm.
take
That's
full
good.
advantage. Like,
That's
hey,
good.
my
Yeah.
toe hurt. I want to know what's wrong. You
Go.
know, tell me what's going
Yeah.
on.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
some of the smallest things lead to the larger things. And
Right.
once again, getting back to us as men, you have a pain on your shoulder. Oh, I'm good and everything. Now it's in your chest. Oh, I'm good and everything. Several people I know. The doctor told me I had many strokes. Why didn't you go in the beginning when you first went? Oh, I was just brushing it off. We got to stop brushing off things.
Hmm.
Us as men, you're not a punk. You can still be a strong back man and get checked out. You
Right.
can lift
Right.
weights and be physical, but go get checked out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing. Us, we think about these things, the little back pain and all that. Go get checked
Yeah.
out when you say something is wrong. When it clicks in your mind and you say something is wrong, go and find
Yeah.
out what's going on.
Right.
Don't
So
wait.
I yeah. One of the things too that y'all had mentioned, right, is healthcare in and of itself. That is a major reason too. But it's not. So listen, let me give you an example. I've been working working down Jeff for 40 years. Before that, naval hospitals and all that. I sat in the coffee room where you got hundreds of physicians and technicians and nurses coming through for.
Yeah, look
So
like
I
us.
asked the doctor, "When's the last time you've been to the doctor?" Yeah, right. So I asked a lot of my colleagues, "When's the last time you've been to the doctor?" Oh, yeah. Oh, when I had to get this job, so I got an exam. So that was the last time. And you know what? You get a physical for a job. So the
Right.
Mhm.
truth be
Mhm.
told, I said this in the meeting. Sometimes it ain't even about healthcare, brothers.
Yeah,
And I don't
true.
know why,
True.
because like they say, don't muzzle the ox that plows the field. Well, these brothers work in the hospital. They got doctors running up and down. The doctors are going up and down, and the doctor's not going to the physician. What's up with that? That's your best friend, Cat. Why ain't you going to see your best friend or something? Let's get a chart going. So, hey man, it's deep why we wait till the last minute. It's really deep, and I
Yeah,
ain't got the
yeah.
answers. But I know one thing.
Yeah,
In my
there's a
sight,
gambit of reasons.
yeah, it is. But I know that before I go away from here, every brother I know or ever meet, I'm telling them, go to the doctor. If you need a ride, I'll take you. You know, go to
Yes.
the doctor, see what's up. And what we say, Marcus, go armed, take notes, be intentional, ask
Mhm.
questions, ask why. What is it? All these the CBC, the blood counts, and what's the difference in the white count, and and things like that. Ask them questions because most people don't know. Hell, I wouldn't know if I wasn't working in the profession. You
Right.
know, so
Right.
A
yeah.
lot of people take the doctor's word for granted and just when they
Oh
walks in the
yes.
room. And nowadays, you're dealing with the
Hmm.
doctor's assistants. The
Hmm.
teaching, the ones that's coming up and learning. They spend more time with you taking notes and all that. Doctor walk in for 5, 10 minutes. No, grab him by his arm and say, "Hold up,
Yeah.
let's let's go through this. Let's go through everything you just told me. Break it down." A lot of people don't do that. They say, "Okay, doctor, that's what I need to do. All right, go home and take 2 pills." You might need to go home and take some juice. You guys, yeah,
Yeah.
because so many doctors are ready to give you a prescription, take this, and I'll see you later. Let me know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm not your test dummy. Like, do I really need this medicine? Is
Yeah.
there anything else I can do? Do I need to
Yeah.
get my butt off the couch and work out a little bit?
Hmm. Hmm.
Do I need to, hey, beta carotene, eat some
Yeah.
carrots, beet
Yeah.
juice, anything,
Right. Hmm.
You have to be informative of yourself. It's also listen to what they tell you. It's called a
Right.
comparison, especially if
Hmm.
you're not a person that works out every day.
Right.
You have
Right.
to do your due diligence. You have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
You want to
Amen.
be around here later on in life? You have to. You just can't
Hmm.
take their word and you just can't sit around. It's a balance, it's an even balance. Got
Hmm.
to put it together.
Right. Amen. So another thing about me too is, at my age, even I've been, have high blood pressure. Most of us do, and kidney disease. I was diagnosed with the chronic kidney disease, right? Because
Mm.
and that's what I shared. I actually, like I said, I pulled my lab results up and I showed it to the group, just straight up transparency. And when you talk about your kidneys, the filtering system of the body, right?
Right.
Everything that you eat, drink, going eventually end up going through those kidneys. Why we suffer a lot of kidney diseases and stuff like that. And one of those factors is creatinine.
Mhm.
I don't want to get too technical, but my creatinine has always been high. So we've been following that for over 15 years now, and we can't figure it out why. So I'm on a medication. So, but we know because it filters protein in your body, it's possibly that because I do been training for a long time, and muscle breaks down in your kidneys, and and so that that my creatinine does want to leave from my kidney function. does that, because that's why I go to nephrologist, urologist. I go to every doctor there is. I'm thinking about going to OB-GYN. Even I'm sorry, that was a little joke I wanted to add in there just to
It's
make the
appropriate.
point.
But that's important because kidney function is something people really
Hmm.
take it for granted. And like your creatinine and your bun, those two levels
Yep.
in your
BUN. Yep. Hmm.
yeah, those two things, they are very important to determine how well your kidney is functioning. And it
Hmm.
gives
Right.
it graphs of where is good and when it's bad. And you don't want to be high on either of those two spectrums
Right.
because that means you're going into kidney failure. And a lot of people don't take it seriously. Like I even have to remind my father, which was a shock to me when I found out that he doesn't drink a lot of water.
Hmm.
And he doesn't drink a
Right.
lot of water because as he gets older, he goes to the bathroom more. Well, Dad, that doesn't help. Just stopping
Hmm.
your body is made of water. So just because you don't
Yeah.
drink water doesn't mean it's not going to stop producing urine. So,
Yeah.
but drinking water flushes out all the impurities from your body and it makes your
Hmm.
kidneys, it causes them not to work as hard. And that's the goal. You don't want any of your organs to work harder than they need to. And water
That's
is
real
one of the
good,
things
man.
for your kidneys that you want to drink a lot of to help them not work as hard. I don't
Hmm.
know how factual it is, but I remember growing up, they always talked about drink cranberry juice. That was for women not to get a UTI and
A
things of
yeast
that nature.
infection. Yeah.
Hmm.
But those natural ways of curing for your body, our food, the pure root of our food, not necessarily what we do to our food, but the natural substance of our food is very helpful to our bodies, and we need to utilize it more by having a healthy diet, by
Hmm.
exercising, by having open conversations, because the younger is not going to know what the older knows. You know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
the older may not know that there's new things out there that the younger can provide. So we always have to
Hmm.
have this circle of communication so that we are feeding off one another to have a more prosperous life.
Yes. Amen,
I
brother.
think that's a whole nother show, but just but seriously, because
Yeah.
AKA chef or whatever, I am not into just the vegan foods, but I'm into all foods.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
eating and drinking, first of all, I believe in water, definitely.
Hmm.
I drink water all day long because you got to, yup, there you go, got to
Got
hydrate
to
your body.
hydrate.
Yeah, and it's a purification. But in the foods itself, I don't believe in just being vegan. But for people that's vegan, that's one thing. And I'm sorry, Kim, I'm trying to remember one thing that you just said about the oh geez, I'm losing track.
About
BUN.
the creatinine and bun,
Creatinine.
about clean
BUN.
about cleaning out
Flushing.
your.
Yeah. Flushing.
It was something that you said about food. I
Oh, the pure substance of the food
Oh,
is
right. Pure
nourishment for our
substance.
body, the proteins and the nutrition.
Hmm.
Because sometimes what we do to food, we eliminate the nutrients from our food because of all the
Right.
stuff we put in it. So, or we cook it down too far. I'm definitely guilty of that with vegetables because I don't like crunchy vegetables. I like soft vegetables. So I
Oh,
kill
okay.
all the nutrients out of my vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So, but
interesting you said
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's interesting you said that because like, I don't know if I'm getting caught up between the group and here now. I actually I do go to a nutritionist, and they
Hmm.
talked about the macros of your food. And I tell you, I don't like raw vegetables. The only one I eat is
Oh, me
carrots.
either.
So I have to make amends. So you know what I do? Just a little segue. It's got a lot of salt content, but I drink a V8 juice every day. That's 2.1
Mm.
and a half vegetables for you.
Your
So
servings for the day, yeah.
and I don't even like V8, but I drink it anyway. And when we're done here, I'm gonna hit one because I have it this morning. And I mean
Well,
that's
one
just a
of the
little
other
help.
ways, yeah, one of the other ways to combat that is doing smoothies. Like either do a fruit
Okay.
smoothie or a vegetable smoothie to help get your
Uh,
fruit and vegetables in. And you can add natural sugars to make it a little more sweet, as well
Right.
as like a lot of times people add extremely ripe bananas. Like you let them get as brown as they can, chop them up, then put them in the freezer because they have their
Yeah, that
own
stuff
natural
sounds right.
sweetness. So
Hmm.
even if you are a person, because I'm not a raw vegetable eater either, not at all, not at all.
Hmm.
No, even the baby carrots, I try, they just don't go. They end up going rotten. But
Yeah.
I like them cooked and I like them soft, and that's just what it's going to be
Well,
as
like you
long as
said,
Yeah.
you take
I'm
when you
paying
do
for
that
my
when you
food.
do that to the extreme, you're taking a lot of the vegetable, I
I
mean, the
get it.
nutrition out of it.
That's why, I'm very much into supplements. I'm a supplement chick. So I have my supplements that I use. I'm getting
You
ready to
just want
start
to take a
drinking a
pill, huh?
green. Yep, yep. Because I have I just got diagnosed with lymphedema. One of the things that,
Okay.
from a supplement base, that you need to have more of is beetroot. I'm not going to
Hmm.
eat beets and I'm not going to drink the beet juice. But what I will do is take a pill. So I
Okay.
take pills. I have supplements that I take. I will take the beetroot
Hmm.
supplement. I take garlic. I do different things that will help me get the nutrients that I need, as opposed to, because I know I'm not going to necessarily eat them. So
Right.
I combat that. And one of the things I want to start doing as well is doing a green smoothie. Now this the supplement, the protein green smoothies. I want to start doing those because I know I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm 52. I'm not really going to change my eating habits. Let's just be real. So the things I like, I like. And the things I don't, I don't. So
Yeah.
how do I combat that? So I know that there's something else that I can use to help me to get to what I need to do. So I'm using, and that's another show for another day. But
Right.
I make my way.
Because you know I was getting ready to get started with the food thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
No, I don't care.
I was
No.
writing down beats. I put beats.
Yeah,
See what I can find.
beetroot is really healthy for you.
Beetroot.
Beetroot is really healthy for you.
But
So,
do you
but
eat
yeah,
it? Do you ever eat them? You don't eat them, do you?
I cannot. I cannot.
What about you,
I
Marcus? Do you
cannot. Mark, do you?
eat
I,
beets?
I was trying to hear. I missed what he said.
I was just asking
Do
if
you?
she eats beets, because beets. I
Beets
don't.
is something I actually don't like, but
Yeah,
I been blending them in with other foods, and I've been
that's a.
making the juices, the juice
Excuse me.
that
Hmm.
what is making you sick right now. Really?
Oh
Um,
Lord.
when you blend them in the juices and you just put other things with it,
Yeah,
that'll
yeah,
give
yeah.
you all the vitamins and the nutrition you need. And just take it in a couple of
Hmm.
shots. It'll help you
Okay.
out. That's the
No,
short
am
of
I
it.
right?
Mhm.
It is, but I like the short little round
Get
capsules
out of
that
your own
come
way.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
She said
not. I'm
it is,
not.
but
I
I'm gonna
make
take my
do.
pill.
Yeah, I make do. I make my little capsules. They vegan capsules. Okay. So
Hmm.
listen, whichever works for you. You got to do what works for you. You can't take on
Correct, correct.
somebody else's journey,
No,
because you'll
yeah,
never
right.
finish the race. You can only pick up
Absolutely.
your own cross and walk with it. So this
Mhm.
is mine. I will not eat beets, but I do eat ginger, which is another good healthy food for you.
Ginger.
I
Okay,
will
all
eat
right.
up pickled ginger. Love it. Buy it from the Asian market. Love it. So that's a
Mhm.
very good thing to eat as well. So I get my ginger in. What more you want from me?
You you always did have weird tastes. All right. Not to be
This is
personal, bro.
true. Hey,
She knows.
I am who I am. And I'm
Yeah,
Absolutely.
comfortable in the skin that I'm in.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Well,
good.
fellas, the hour is near, and I'm just so grateful for having. I know it don't even seem like it because y'all had a lot to say,
Right.
very good facts about men's health, and I really, really, really appreciate both of you being able to come here and share with us. So I want to give you an opportunity. If anyone is trying to connect with you outside of this platform, tell them how you can get to connect with you. Mark, can you share with the people how they can connect with you? Either on social media. or any other platform?
Um, well, my email is dingle, last name Dingle, 997, gmail.com. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, just my name. Uh, that's how you can get in touch with me. You know?
All right.
He's
Good.
also known as, let me help my cousin out.
Yeah.
He is Dingle underscore services underscore food on
On.
IG.
Yeah.
That's
Very
how you
good.
get
Oh,
it. If he
I'm sorry,
does
my Dingle Food
intimate,
Services.
yes, DSF. He does intimate plannings for food. No large parties, but if you have an intimate group that you want to have a special meal for, he's the one to call. He does fantastic private parties.
Oh,
Fantastic. We've
yeah.
used them.
You should put that out there first, Marcus.
Hello.
Yeah.
Kenny.
Yeah.
I gave him the opportunity, Dana. He just slept on it. He just slept on it.
But that's good to know, man. That's good to know.
We done lost him. Okay, go ahead, Dana. Now you give the people a little bit of how they can connect
Yeah.
with you.
Well, a lot.
We can't hear you for some reason, Mark. Don't worry about it, babe. I got you in. I got what needs to be said, and it'll be in the
She,
notes under the
yeah.
description.
Plus, she did you a solid because she gonna have to do me too because like you, I'm on Facebook. Although your cousin told me that's old school, that's OG stuff, and it's funny. She told me that last Sunday. I opened the Instagram account this week, so you can
I
find
seen
me
that.
on.
I seen that. I was like, you better go ahead, man of God. You better go ahead.
So I'm Dana.4.334. I don't know if I should change that. Maybe I will. So I'm just popping up my Instagram now. So you can reach me on that real easy. Like I said, Dana, and I'm gonna be making some content soon. I just got a one of
Hey, am
them.
I back?
You are
You're back,
back,
sir.
brother.
You're back,
All right.
sir.
And and I'm gonna be doing some content, mostly with some kettlebell training and stuff like that,
Okay.
and things. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I do it every day, so I don't know. I'll see.
Okay.
How
Yeah,
I
that's how
can
you can
add
get
to
pink
that.
people. You have a lot of facts, and that's something you can start sharing on Instagram. Mark, when you had went out real quick, he was telling the story how I told him he's old school because all he had was a Facebook account, and he had to
Yeah.
create a Instagram. I was like, see,
Right.
you just showed your age. You're only on
I
Facebook.
Don't worry,
did.
I'm right behind you. Like my cousin
Yeah.
had to help me out. I have Instagram, but I'm barely on it.
Yeah.
I'm not big into self promotion. I'm just into
Hmm.
action where
Yeah.
I need to get better at that. So thank
Yes,
you,
you
Kim, for
do.
helping me out.
Yeah, you do because that the food thing that she told us about. That's you need to start marketing that. Because that intimate. What was it again? Intimate
Intimate
food prep.
dining. Yeah, intimate
Intimate dining.
dining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a lot of one-on-one personal cooking. I
Uh huh.
do group settings. I don't take large accounts because I'm on my own right now.
Yeah.
When COVID, I had workers when COVID hit, it kind
Hmm.
of took me out the box. I do what I can for amount of people, but usually like 40, 50 people. But hey, I make excellent food. I cook from scratch.
All right.
I'm into healthy if that's what you want. Um, but I'm not really into big self promoting all the time.
Right.
So
Oh, here
You
we
sometimes it
go.
shouldn't
kind
If
of,
be
you're
though.
going to be a businessman, you got to do the business,
I
okay?
know you
If
got
you're
to be
going
a
to be in
businessman.
business, you got to run the business.
Yeah. So,
I
but
let my
look
food
too.
speak for
But
itself.
So I'm starting to
okay,
some. I smoke meat too. I do a lot of that. So tomorrow morning, D2I, we're going to be having fried fish, and we're going to be getting up. Me and Sean going to be cooking the fish for him tomorrow. So we're going to be deep frying. We got
okay.
eight cases of whiting. So I got to get up again early, and because I love fish. I mean, we all do. But also, I'm a meat eater, so I don't want to go there. This
Me
is
too.
almost
I'm a
over.
meat eater.
Yeah, but I love
I'm a
Absolutely.
meat
smoking
eater.
beef brisket. because I got a smoker and barbecue pit out back, and I just it's an art to it, you know. But that
Oh,
intimate cooking
absolutely.
thing, I really like that. You know, yeah, we need to talk more on that. Maybe we can, you know, combine our skills or something. I can
I
help you
don't have
with.
a problem
I
with
don't
that.
know.
Listen,
Yeah,
if I can cook all day, I will cook all day.
yeah, yeah.
Frying,
Likewise.
smoking. My thing is, I love the barbecue.
Yeah.
You know, between the
Okay.
barbecue and smoking the food.
Yeah. I bought a smoke vault a couple years ago. I like it, but the one thing, you know, it sits high and everything is at the bottom. The only problem is you got to add, when you add, you see, we talking about something else now, Kim. You gonna cut
I
us
was getting
off.
ready to
But
say,
let
do
me,
y'all see how these men took over my show and now they talking about food? It turned into a
so
food show.
yeah, so when you put wood in it, you have to open the door. That's what I don't like about it. I want a side box. You know what I
So
mean? So you
I missed. That's why I thought you was talking about a side box. So what do you put in it at the
no,
bottom of the barrel?
yeah, you put it in, you have to open it, and the wood tray goes in, flames under that, and then you put your your water pan, and then you can put your food into it. So every time you have to add wood, you have to open the door and let that good smoke out. So I'm gonna get another one, you know, sometime this summer. I'm not disposing of the smoke vault
Right.
because I really do like it, but that's one aspect you know, because
Yeah,
you let
I've
all that.
never. I had a couple of friends that had the vault.
Yeah,
I was never attracted to it. You know,
yeah,
I'd rather do a barrel
hmm
than the
yeah,
Mm,
smoke vault.
right,
But if
a
you do a
barrel,
barrel,
a
you know, get the
vault,
barrel with
a side.
the side portion on it that you can put
yeah,
it in there.
yeah. The side, yeah, and
Yeah, I
that's
don't
thing
know
too. You got
nothing
to,
that y'all talking about. I know
yeah.
nothing.
Excuse
Y'all
me,
need to
we
do
talking.
this on the side. Y'all need to do this on the sidebar. I will make sure y'all get each other's phone number. I don't know what the
Okay,
Okay,
vote
okay.
is, the
yeah.
sidebar, the barrel. I don't know what the drop kick is. No, I don't know none of that. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna make sure y'all get connected so y'all can talk food, and then make sure you
certainly, yeah,
invite me so I can taste.
yeah.
Okay, not a
For,
problem.
for, for real, she's gonna do that. We can hook up, and maybe I
Yeah,
could help you
absolutely.
like maybe smoke something for you when you go out into your events or something like that. You know,
Absolutely,
and if,
absolutely.
yeah, and if you want to drop by tomorrow, we're gonna be on the backside of the church frying up fish. So you know, because
Oh
we
yeah,
put a
what
tent
he's
out.
talking about is we're having our D2I day. It's we're our maximize day. We are 8 years in existence
Mhm,
at D2I. That's Dare to Imagine. So anyone who's interested, you can definitely drop on by. We gave you the address, but I'll
mhm,
give it to you again. 6010 Anderson Street. So just come on. It's at Anderson
mhm.
and Upsall Street is in East Mount Airy. We're gonna have a lot of fun. 9 a.m. and 11 so that you can enjoy the festivities and all the good food because I will. I will be dining.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, if
come on by,
anybody else is
Marcus. You
listening,
come
I
to the
know we
back.
went over our time. The bottom line is, men, especially black men, love y'all women, but black men, go to the doctors, get yourself checked out.
Amen.
And if you don't like it, don't take the first opinion, get a second and third opinion.
Hmm.
That's the
All
bottom line
right.
of it, no matter
I
what's
like
going on with you. Get
it.
yourself checked out.
Hmm. Okay.
And
All
then
right.
have a little something after. Now that we talked about food. All right, everyone. Don't forget, let's just talk with Kim on Monday nights, every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you then. And make sure you share, talk about it, tell your friends, pull on up to see us